Flying in.
On, Captain!
What is a friend? A friend was defined by Aristotle as a single soul dwelling in two bodies. Having a friend can increase your sense of belonging and purpose, boost your happiness and reduce your stress, and help you cope with traumas like divorce or deaths of loved ones. But of course, all of this only makes sense or means anything if the friendship is real in the first place. Parasocial interactions are a kind of psychological relationship experienced by an audience throughout their mediated encounters with performers through mass media, for example, televisions or radio sets, or in our case, YouTube. This makes viewers perceive these media personalities as friends, despite having zero or very little interactions with them. And this has been my experience with parasocial relationships. A few years ago, I thought I would never be able to put in the effort to make YouTube videos, but this happened.
Hi, it's 2 a.m.
As time would have it, seeing a 17-year-old doing something that I was really afraid of was equally really inspiring. And it would have been fine if that was all, but it's never that simple with internet interactions. I know whenever I feel down, I watch Emma Chamberlain's old videos, like her first. I began to cultivate an obsession. I remember her being my wallpaper across all devices for well over a year. Granted, she does take nice photographs. It was comforting to connect to the little portions of herself that she put into her videos, and I am not going to sit here and lie that her videos didn't help me cope with high school. But it was a delusional relationship that only existed in my head, and this prevented me from cultivating real ones with real people because I had already put too much emotional and mental effort into cultivating this one that was in my head, and this made me quite reluctant to interacting with real people because I had already convinced myself that there just wasn't anyone as cool as her, and trying to find one was rather pointless. I couldn't bring my brain to see it at the time, but I was deep in an unhealthy obsession with someone that didn't even know I existed. It seems strange when we see guys donating absurd amounts of money to girls on Twitch, or when we see girls putting in insane amounts of efforts just because they want to date one of these guys. But you see, that's the thing about imaginary friends. To everyone else, they are invisible, but to the person that has them, they are very real. And parasocial relationships are very harmful to the people that create them, because it messes up your idea of what the core elements of a real friendship is, and this can affect your real life social life with other people. Because of the amount of emotional and mental energy that we invest into parasocial relationships, when these people finally come out and show that they are not perfect, we can be disappointed beyond what would be considered a normal degree. Can you imagine if Emma Chamberlain openly said that she hated albinos because they are disgusting? Well, right now, I would fear for her career, but back then, I would have lost all will to live. Parasocial relationships can also become very harmful when celebrities and brands start to take advantage of them. Celebrities may begin to engage in criminal activities and act carelessly because they know that they have fans that are 1,000,000% loyal to them and will always have their back no matter what. Celebrities and brands may also extort money from their fans. I remember hearing rumors once that Belle Delphine was selling her bath water, or of recent, the famous used hanky that Messi used when he was sold by Barcelona or all that stuff. That sold for $1 million. A used hanky. I was very lucky to get out of my parasocial relationship with Emma Chamberlain, and since then I learned a very important lesson which I want to end this video on. Don't ruin the fun. You should be able to enjoy any kind of content, music, YouTube videos, anything, etc. without attaching yourself to these creators, because let's face it, we do not know these people. Everything they could be doing could be a lie or part of some elaborate script, and they're only acting this way for views. A lot of people hate on OnePlus because when they started, they branded themselves as a phone company that sold high-end phones for cheap prices, and this of course helped their business stand out. And now that they have become a bigger brand, they have now started to sell their phones for higher, more expensive prices, and this obviously annoyed and disappointed a lot of people. But the truth of the matter is, if these people didn't get attached in the beginning and didn't believe all the brand marketing that was selling expensive phones for cheap prices, then they wouldn't have been so disappointed. They wouldn't have been so hurt in the end when the company finally showed its true colors. Because the truth of the matter is, the fact will always be that companies will always want to make profits. They will always want to make money. And people just will never be perfect. That is just common knowledge. So take everything with a grain of salt and don't take anything they say too close to your heart. Because at the end of the day, it could not be too far from a lie. I wish I could say this to my younger self, but I cannot. But I can say this to anyone who might be watching and might be developing a parasocial relationship. Don't ruin the fun. You should be able to enjoy any kind of product without getting attached to it. It's fine. Just enjoy it at face value. Don't need to make up storylines. You don't need to become friends with them. No, you can just enjoy the product. This has been the end of the video, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you that stuck around to this point and that continue to stick around. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and also please leave your comments down below. I would love to hear your opinions on this matter. Also, share with anyone who you think needs to hear this. And finally, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. This has been Rema, flying out. For watching, and see you next week.
Me, apparently. Love you. Bye.